right, hey, so we're with Coach Juli Fulks and Elon Hayes following Marshall's 65-56 win over Elon. First, an opening statement from Coach.
Well, I was super proud of our effort. We knew coming into this it was a quick turn after the last two games, and so legs were going to be an issue, especially with a couple injuries, so that, last game people had played longer rotations than we had originally planned. So we knew fourth quarter defense and rebounding would be really hard, and so I was super proud of when they made that run. We were able to respond and get enough stops and hit all the free throws down the stretch. She was 12 of 14, and we needed every one of those today. So I was proud of the effort. I thought that was a really good rebound, and we're going to need that day off tomorrow.
Any questions for Coach and or Elon?
How big is it to do this? The first few games, nail biting time, it gets away from you. The next one gets away from you. Tonight, they make a run, not this time. They close it.
Yeah,
She helped close it, but
yeah.
they closed it regardless of who did it.
The last game, when you look at it defensively, we held them to 15, 14, and 14. And, after that injury, we had a 5-minute period where it just blew up on us, and I probably need to do a better job with timeouts and managing that. And, one of the things we'd really focused, though, was this whole week on being a little bit better on defense. We have the ability to defend and hold people, and at the end of three quarters, they had 38, and that's what we're kind of expecting out of us. Actually, they had 36, I think. And that's what we're looking at. We want to be able to get enough stops that on the nights where the ball isn't going in, you're still able to win and compete. And I thought, that was better. We still got to find a way to win the fourth quarter down the stretch, and we'll look at that and see what we think we can do better and be ready to go on Sunday.
How big to have her go, give her the ball, get out of the way, score,
Yeah.
win the game for us.
She had a great start and a great finish. We were kind of slow to get going today, and their pressure is really not meant to speed you up. It's meant to slow you down and make a lot of extra passes. And so I thought that they had done a really good job. We had to play slow in the backcourt, and then it's kind of hard to switch gears every possession. So it took us a few minutes to get going. And so she was an instrumental part of that. We got out of the press break and were able to get some easy looks early and get us on the board and kind of get into flow. And then we just had that spurt. I think it was beginning of the second, might have been the end of the first, where we hit 3 threes in a row, and we found all the shooters back to back to back and knocked it down, and that helped stretch it up. But at the end of the day, we defended really well. It was 15, 10, and 11. Our goal is under 15 every quarter, and we're getting closer to getting a game where we nail that for 4 quarters in a row.
She got the ball in the wing and just basically either you foul her or she's going to take it to the basket or something. It's like they really had no answer.
Yeah.
Let her score or put her to foul line.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things we've been working on is trying to get a lot of early action to open up driving lanes late. And so that's been something that has been really good, because obviously Ace can get downhill really quickly and get to the rim. And so we're trying to make sure the defense has to move and shift before we're really attacking. And I thought we've done a much better job the last 6 quarters of understanding that. And good defending teams, they're going to be good for the first 2 passes. And so I thought we're getting a much better rhythm of moving the ball around and then attacking and understanding how we're going to attack.
You've had several wins in your career, a lot of them, but first one here at Marshall, what's it feel like? And especially the celebration in there. We're standing outside and we can hear you all. It just seems like it's a great moment for everybody.
Well, I think I've been really blessed and lucky. This is, there's no better job than this. And so to be able to watch them go out and the work they've done to get this win, to me, that's the satisfying part. It's the best life lesson there is. You got to go out and you got to earn it and take it. And so I'm really proud that they competed, and, I'm really grateful to be able to get another win.
Ace, for you, the foul line, there were times last year where there were some inconsistent moments. To have that type of performance in getting the first win of the season, how rewarding was that for you, and how strong was that moving forward for you?
Well, I can say all this summer that was my main focus is working on my free throws, because I left a lot of points off the court when I didn't make my free throws last year. So that's something I've been working on, and you know what, I feel like when you put the work in, it's going to show in the game. So
Amen.
Feeling it over there, because I'm upstairs watching. I'm going they're going to give her the ball. There's no secret what's going on yet. There you go. Now, one time you went, the shot clock's run down, you run the baseline, boom, layup. You found a way to get open and make them pay.
Well, I can say it's Coach. She had the actions early for me, so that opens up a lot of stuff for me. And she tells me when I get it, just go. And if I don't have it, I'm going to kick it out to my teammates. So, that's just what we work on at practice.
How about the foul shooting at the end? Y'all make them, and I wrote down, they went 2 of 8 on their last 8 shots.
Mhm.
And as a coach, when you miss 6, that could come back to haunt you, and you're sitting there draining every one of them for you.
Well,
You feeling at the foul line too?
yeah, I can say I was feeling it today. I mean, but like I said, that's something I worked on this summer, and I feel like if you put the work in, it's gonna show. So.
Really felt like the defensive chemistry, y'all were a lot more comfortable in your defensive sets than what we saw on Sunday. Did you all notice that on the court, or was it a communication issue, or just getting a feel for where everybody's going to be?
I just feel like as we continue to play, we learn how to play with each other, and we start trusting each other more. So I feel like on defense, we know like if someone gets beat, we're gonna help. So, and that's all we did at practice really these past couple of days is work on defense, because I feel like that's like why we lost some of the other games is because our defense. But yeah, I was proud of us. I was proud of my team today with our defense.
Third quarter, toward the end, if I'm not mistaken, you all are able to get a shot, get an offensive rebound, get a bucket. You all had rush shots a couple times the first 2 quarters. In those late game scenarios, or late quarter scenarios, and then score. Is that, like, how big are moments like that?
Well, we are certainly working on our clock management
Yeah.
down the end of the quarters. So we had a healthy discussion about that at halftime and making sure we were going to get the last shot. So that's one more adjustment we've talked about and we made, and I think we'll be good at that. But yeah, I was proud of them because it's always hard when you're in the flow and lots of things are happening, and to continue kind of to build the right habits. And it's hard when you have scoring mentality and then all of a sudden you got to shut it down for 20 seconds when you're open. But I was proud of them, and I thought probably one of our problems the last 2 weeks, it was my fault. I think we hadn't been doing enough. The defense got really ahead of the offense, and because you're playing zone, you got to then work on a bunch of man-to-man, and we hadn't played live on our end of the ball on defense for a long time because we were really trying to make sure the offense caught back up with the defense. And I thought the last game it really showed. And, so we adjusted that this week to make sure we were doing a much better job at giving them a chance to get the stops they need to get.
Okay, thanks everyone.